Reviews talk about the fact that vitamin K2, MK7, if I don't take calcium or I don't take calcium magnesium, I suppose I don't need it. Not true. We're all getting calcium in our diet. So if we don't need calcium in a supplement, we're all getting it in our diet. We have an abundance of calcium that's in our bones. The majority of calcium in our body is in our bones. It's constantly being integrated. It's being osteoblasts and osteoclasts are doing their work in our bones. Calcium's leaving, calcium's returning. There's a constant flow and equilibrium of calcium between all the tissues in our body. So whether you supplement calcium or not, whether you're getting it in your diet or not, vitamin K2, MK7 still plays that critical role of seeing to it that calcium goes where it's supposed to go and doesn't go where it's not supposed to go.
Good to know. You know what? I bet you this will be like vitamin D. Remember how you were talking about vitamin D before anybody else?
For decades. For decades before.
Literally for years. I bet this is going to be the same thing.
Well, based upon the science, and later I'll read some of the scientific charts. I read some reviews there. Later I'll read some of the scientific charts, which are compelling.
Okay, and again, I hope I didn't gloss over this too quickly, but you just choose your 30, your 60, your 180, your 360, or your 720. I will just kind of little insider trading, a little insider secret here though. We've had a far more progressive and abundant response on this than I think our planning team anticipated. So I know Andrew's going to be conferring with his team after the show. I guess I would just make this recommendation. I know I'm going to take it. Chances are you're compelled to do the same. If you can make your choice today or maybe even before the last show, it might not be a bad idea, especially if you want one of the larger sizes like I do. In the meantime, I know we were just alluding to and talking about calcium, and you've already heard just how markedly different Andrew's Omega product is. It's not like any other fish oil product in the world, and chances are you've been told to take fish oil. Well, again... Oh, you again.
I was just over there finding out how...
Actually, I was going to ask about the
compromised
K2.
our quantity, our quantity is in terms of both K2 and omega-3s. And they're more difficult products to make because a soft gel is a complex product to make because you're liquid filling and things like that. So we have a limited capacity to make additional. Certainly on the vitamin K2, we'll have the ability to make a bit more of omega-3. And what we always do is we always hold some back because we try to do our best to predict the arithmetic, to kind of predict which sizes, and we do pretty well. We're usually within 1 or 2%.
You do.
But unfortunately, the large size on both of these is going at an unexpectedly high rate.
And I think you maybe had a little more of an overwhelming response in this afternoon show to the K2 than maybe we anticipated. So just, you know.
A lot.
Yeah.
More.
I was trying to measure that.
But what's great about today, when I think back 20 years ago when I was on television, I would have to tell people to go to the library and do research, speak to their doctors about things that the doctors might not know about. Now, you can go online. You could go to the National Health Database. You could do research on vitamin K2, MK7 and heart health or bone health. You could print out the studies. You could take them to your doctor. And you don't know how many times I've received emails or notes talking about the fact that the information we talk about here is something that you were able to go online and dig deeper and deeper and educate your doctor. And your doctor ends up being accountable to you for doing something for his health and the health of his other patients. So it's an exciting opportunity we have. We all hear about the internet and how so much on the internet is not necessarily reliable. But when it comes to science, when it comes to research, there are very reliable databases out there. Many of them are, say, research databases, scientific databases that have nothing to do with selling products or anything like that. And I encourage everyone to rely on those to be a very clear statement about what they could do for their good health.
Absolutely. And hey, if I could ask a request from my crew, somebody took my little customer pick reviews. So I know, I'm like, goodness gracious, don't take those because it's a biggie. I
just wanted to quickly talk about this product as long as we're talking about vitamin K2, MK7. And we should really mention this briefly after we talk about K2, MK7 each time, because for those of us who do supplement calcium, and again, a lot of us hear about calcification. We stop taking calcium because we're worried about calcification. That doesn't mean that the health risks posed by an unhealthy skeleton go away. It just means that we have to be intelligent and healthy in life. What do they say? The key to a healthy life? Balance.
Oh, I was going to say happy wife.
Happy wife.
Me. Wrong answer.
I don't have a happy wife.
Well, there you go.
But I do have a happy Muriel.
Yes, you do. And a happy Linky and Marcel.
I have a happy Linky and Marcel as well.
You
yes.
do. See, now look at this. Maybe my crew will follow me home. They tidied up after me. They didn't take them. They put them away.
Oh, see, you're used to just leaving everything in disarray.
That's the trick.
They were organizing you.
They
yes.
were. So I'll just do this.
You're like, don't touch my stuff.
Exactly. 4.7 on a customer pick rating. And, you know, the reason I mention that is just like people love to hate their omegas, people generally love to hate their calcium.
Right. The two products, I think, or the three products, it's usually omegas, calcium.
For sure.
And fiber.
Yep. Oh, yes.
And if you look at my three products, they're all 95% positive reviews. If you look at our fiber mucil,
True.
We'll talk about our omega-3s briefly again, and our calcium magnesium intensive cure. The key to this product, it's not in a tablet. It's an ultrafine powder. It's super soluble. It's so soluble that it's not a mass. What happens when you take a mineral and make it into a small mass? What did you just create?
Rocks.
A rock. So why would we expect anything other than an upset stomach when we swallow rocks? So ours is entirely created differently. It's the perfect partner to vitamin K2, MK7. If you're going to be supplementing calcium, you won't find a better way to do so, a more pleasant way to do so than our calcium magnesium intensive care. And vitamin K2, MK7, whether we supplement calcium or not, it's really what we need to be paying attention to, because we have calcium, we have a huge pool of calcium in our bones. It's constantly being circulated throughout our body. We want to keep that pool comfortably keeping our bones healthy. We don't want that pool of calcium to be finding residence elsewhere in our body.
Can I ask you a question? Because my mom has like a dairy, you know, and you know, a sensitivity. Is this like, I mean...
No, there's no issues if you're lactose intolerant, and actually none of my products contain lactose.
Oh, that's
none
good
of
to
my
know.
products contain gluten. None of my products contain common allergens.
Oh.
So again, we are very careful. Like what I always say, my job wasn't so much to make the very best supplement of its kind, but we also have to make sure that when you're getting those benefits, that we didn't introduce any problems. We could take the same calcium in this product, as good as it is, if we put it in a tablet, those reviews would go from 4.7 stars down to 3.2 stars.
You're right.
But the cost of the product would probably go down by about 40 or 50%. Because capsules are much more expensive, but notwithstanding that, what is this? It's a dime a capsule today. It's actually less than a dime a capsule. It's less than 9 cents a capsule. And again, you see the ultrafine powder. This is the secret to making a calcium magnesium supplement that won't upset your stomach.
No. I take mine at night. It has almost like a soothing kind of sensation to it.
It's the best time. Last night, in fact, Muriel had asked me. She was she'd forgotten to take her vitamins during the day, traveling, and at night she was, what can I take at night? And most of our products you can. Some people will try to avoid B-complex or green tea extracts or things like that. But she'd asked me about calcium. I said, absolutely. Many people look at a calcium magnesium supplement almost as a relaxation capsule before they go to sleep.
Yeah, that's what I do. So real quickly, because I know we've got to scoot, we've got lots to do. And by the way, it's an abbreviated look at our today's specials at the end of this hour. So just kind of, you know, FYI there. So 60, 250, 500. I always go for that 1,000 because, again, you know, for lots of issues, my doctor told me I better be getting this.
It's a premium dosage. It's not a tablet, which is the most affordable, the cheapest way to make calcium. And to think that it's less than a dime a capsule,
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's
Do you know one of the things you taught me, though? I didn't realize, you know how sometimes you look at the packaging and it'll look like a cap? What did they like?
Oh, no,
it masquerades?
You see that in a lot of over-the-counter products. Yeah. But even you look at a lot of these, say, originally things like ibuprofen, the different ibuprofen dosages were all like hard tablets.
Right, a cap,
but now a lot of them are liquid gels and things. Why are they liquid gels? Easier to swallow.
Sure.
They're more soluble in your stomach, delivers its benefits quickly with a lesser likelihood of stomach upset.
Right.
So what they used to do with a lot of the tablets, they take a tablet, and you've seen the tablets where the two pieces, they're colored on the outside. They're coated then with gelatin. And they're colored like two pieces to look like it's actually a capsule, but it's not a capsule. It's a tablet masquerading it as a capsule.
You know, my producer, Rick, is yelling at me. He's like, don't ask Andrew questions. He knows the answer to everything.
No, that's my friends joke that when Wikipedia came around, I lost my reason for being. Because I used to be the person people would call when they had a bet.
Funny.
You like call Andrew, he'll know. Now they just go on their phones and they go to Wikipedia.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't get any calls anymore.
But I've always said you're the last person in the world I'd ever want to play Scrabble with.
No, well,
yeah.
No, it used to be Trivial Pursuit.
Oh, Trivial Pursuit,
that was my forte,
true.
was Trivial Pursuit.
All right, well, now this is the last month where we'll be able to talk about this, right?
No, I mean, it's Choco Nouveau. It's unfortunate, and I know I get a lot of grief for this, a lot of flack for this, but I can't change.
Yeah.
I can't change the weather. And we tried last year. We've only had Choco Nouveau for a little more than 2 years, and we tried last summer to ship it during summer. But part of our dark chocolate, part of the uniqueness of our dark chocolate is the fact that it's the world's creamiest and best textured dark chocolate. As a result, it's susceptible to melting.
Yes.
All the big chocolate companies have tried to figure out how they ship chocolate direct to consumer in summer. And it costs so much more. It's not environmentally sound because you end up shipping pounds and pounds and pounds of ice packs and things like that. So from May 1st to October 1st, our Choco Nouveau has to go away. Last year we did a Today Special in April for it before it went away.
Yeah.
But that was only one day for everyone to stock up. And unfortunately, a lot of people missed out. So I thought it would be a great idea to take the same exact Today Special pricing.
Yeah.
So just because it's a monthly special, we still have the same exact Today Special pricing for our monthly special, but it's 30 days. So you don't have to worry about missing out on it. But after April 30th, it will indeed go away.
It will. This is something that you said earlier that I do think was helpful. It's not going away for good. No. It's just, not going away forever.
You don't know how many times I've had people kind of jump down my throat when I'm saying, it's going away.
He said it was going away.
And before I could finish my thought, just for summer, it's not going away. This has become almost overnight one of our most popular products. Americans love milk chocolate. Milk chocolate isn't as heavy.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the same levels of the protective compounds. It has more sugar. It has milk and dairy and lactose and things like that added. So this isn't candy. These are small 26-calorie squares that are basically extracts, like I do botanical extracts. This is a botanical extract of the cocoa bean. And the percentage of extract, just like we have a 95% extract of, say, green tea, or we have is 50% EGCG extract of green tea, or we have a 98% extract of grapeseed. This is a 91 or a 74 or a 66% extract of cocoa bean. And the levels of sugar are lower than the levels of sugar you're going to find in your favorite fruit or your favorite vegetable.
Wow.
That a 26-calorie serving of our 91% is less than half a gram of sugar. You will not find fruits or vegetables that have less than half a gram of sugar in 26 calories. So it's unique, it's healthy, and it substantially lowers cholesterol. And I read some reviews last night about it.
Yeah, so just to be clear, it's not going away forever, but this is the last month where you'll be able to select it. I know you heard Andrew just talk about this, but you choose the level of cacao. So, of course, you pick your serving size. We have a 30, a 60, a 120, and a 300. I have to show you this 300 because it boggles the mind. Now, listen, I almost posted a picture, but I was at the gym earlier today, even without sleep, which is cuckoo. So I do weight train, and I got to tell you, that's a jug.
No,
that's a jug of chocolate.
It is. I'm just looking at the weight on the front.
Yeah.
It is 4 pounds.
Holy cow. So that's free shipping. I mean, that's nuts. And then, of course, you just pick your cacao level.
Right.
So 66, 74, kind of the Goldilocks.
If you can't tolerate anything but a milk chocolate, then get the 66.
Right.
I love milk chocolate. But I love both the 74 and 91. I prefer the 74 and 91. Yeah. So 66 for that diehard milk chocolate lover, but 74 and 91. And I'm kind of those guys who I like things like Hershey's Kisses or things like that. So that kind of milk chocolatey texture, you'll even get that in our 91. So it's what's fascinating is the plant sterol esters. These molecules that lower cholesterol, significantly lower cholesterol, approved by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration to lower total and LDL cholesterol. They look and behave just like fat.
Yeah.
That's what's in this little beaker here. So they look and behave just like fat. So what I thought, and I didn't know if it would work, if I incorporated it into dark chocolate, would they incorporate into dark chocolate the way milk fat does to make milk chocolate? Lo and behold, it worked better than milk fat. It incorporated itself perfectly, and the result was just this remarkable, creamy, textured, but still rich dark chocolate that needed less sugar. So it was less bitter, so we could get away with having less sugar. So a 26-calorie square is all you need. Take one with a couple of meals each day. You'll substantially lower your cholesterol. We have reviews that talk about 10, 15, 20%, 30% reductions or more.
Well, you took the words out of my mouth, because when we first started doing shows with Andrew, we had to be very clear to support and maintain, to support and maintain. Do you remember? Support and maintain.
It's sort of, we talk about structure and function claims, where we talk about how molecules like omega-3s, they're a critical part of the structure of our brain, which obviously bears on the functioning of our brain. But typically we can't say something lowers your total and LDL cholesterol and can help reduce your risk of heart disease. That's a drug claim. But there are certain ingredients that have exceptions, kind of when we talk about calcium and osteoporosis. That's a carved out exception. When we talk about plant sterol esters and cholesterol level and cardiovascular risk, that's a carved out exception that the U.S. Food and Drug Administration has recognized, that the safety and efficacy of this ingredient is such that we can make that claim. And we get to make that claim not with a capsule. We have a capsule called Cholesticare, which is remarkably effective. But this is our chocolate, and it's remarkable chocolate. And so even if you look at, this is our 91. And as I open the little packet here.
Which still has like a creaminess to it, which
and that's what I want to show everyone. So this is our 91. You can see it's literally like black. That's how dark the chocolate is. But usually you can't break a 91 without it breaking into fragments. And you could see it's creamy like a milk chocolate. And it is. And it is like a milk chocolate. Even this is creamier than a normal 66 dark chocolate. It's just remarkable.
It's got that beautiful mouth feel to it that the high end, when you think of, you know the place where they have the individually wrapped chocolates.
No, this is, if you looked at the finest dark chocolate squares in the world, and even though we add a cholesterol-lowering ingredient to ours, which costs more than the chocolate itself, if you look at the finest dark chocolate in the world that costs more than this, it is not better tasting dark chocolate than this. And those fine chocolates are not organic. They're not fair trade. I had the very difficult job of tasting hundreds and hundreds of varieties of each intensity. And until I could select the same ones over and over blind, meaning that they were objectively superior, and I didn't need to have it labeled in front of me. Until I did that, that wasn't our chocolate. And these were objectively superior. All three come from South and Central America. Chocolate typically comes from three places in the world. Either they come from Africa, Asia, or South and Central America. You need that tropical environment. So all of ours come from South and Central America, because I had noticed that they tend to be milder varieties of dark chocolate, which I think the American palate, like my palate, prefers something less bitter, more rich, but less bitter. And this is creamy like milk chocolate, and no other chocolate in the world lowers cholesterol like this. None.
All right, so they are scooting this along, but I have to say, last month, where you can get it, and of course, it's really a today's special price, so Andrew's honoring that.
It's a 30-day today special.
There you go.
Otherwise known as a monthly special.
There you go, it's a 30-day today's special. Well, I spy, hello, beauty.
Hello, how are you?
Good, I will share my heater. Here,
Ooh, really?
I don't know if you saw the heaters back here. See, they're tidying up after me. You know, they hid my cards, they hid my shoes, but I will share my heater with you.
Thank you, very grateful for that.
Well, this beautiful lady is Muriel, of course, our cordon bleu genius, who brings these customer pick cookbooks to life. And, you know, the thing is, Muriel, when we talk about healthy food, normally we're not not talking about flavor. Normally, we're not talking about gourmet. We're thinking about, that's why I think the first 3 letters in diet are D-I-E. You know, nobody likes to do it, and the food doesn't taste good. You took your expertise, you made healthy, good looking.
Yeah, and like we have all those amazing cookbooks. I think we have just 3 here today. Maybe we have this one as well.
By the way, this is the quietest you'll hear Andrew for the rest of the show.
Yeah, because he'll be eating the whole time.
No, but these, well, what I always say, we talked about this with the omega-3s, as wonderful as the supplements we produce might be from a technical and scientific standpoint and ease of use, the most important thing we can all do every day in terms of our health and well-being is transform our diet. As Americans, by and large, we don't give our diet the appropriate attention it requires. And that's what Muriel has done. She's made these cookbooks incredibly easy. They're incredibly informative, that every recipe has a full nutrition fact panel, like you're buying a food, like it has a food label on it. So you know exactly what you're getting. They're recipes that can be done very quickly. They're extremely healthy. They're how we eat at home. I have at any one time in our refrigerator these little 8-ounce bowls, probably 20, 30 bowls of soup. That they're my little portion controlled bowls. So I'm having soups, I'm having salads, and it's just, to the extent you could adopt some of these eating habits that we have, you will become healthier, it'll be easier to lose weight, it will be a wonderful gift to your family.
Okay, just for the record, you need to charge more money for these, okay? I'm just telling you that right now because you know I buy cookbooks and $7.90 does not happen in the real world, especially when you look at the layout of this. I mean, Muriel, I have to really commend you guys because I'm a cookbook collector. I read cookbooks almost like I read books, and we're both avid readers. Yes. And this is by far and above, with all respect to Wolfgang Puck, it's my favorite cookbook. These are my favorite series of cookbooks.
Yeah.
They are.
What? We have like 4.7 star in average for my cookbook. People love them. They're extremely easy to follow. The pages are beautiful and shiny. You have the wonderful nutrition calorie content, so you know exactly how much you are eating.
Spiral bound.
Spiral bound because of his mother, thank God.
My mother insisted on that. And also, as you can hear, Muriel is French. And she attended the Cordon Bleu, and she knows how to cook all the wonderfully unhealthy French things she learned, but she took all of the skills she learned and applied them to eating delicious, eating healthy foods.
Yeah, that's what I try to do the best with this cookbook. Like, how can you use normal recipe, let's say like mac and cheese, and remake it healthy for your family, for you every day.
You do,
and
you do.
Then, you know, you can have, you feel like you're eating a treat, but really it's extremely good for you and healthy. For example, look at this beautiful spinach strawberry salad. And like this salad has like a lot of people on the reviews that they absolutely love it. Also remember, you can always exchange an ingredient for another one. You don't like spinach, use arugula or kale. You know, you don't have that kind of fruit that day. Use and exchange something for another. It's very easy.
Plus, I think the book is over 100 pages.
Right.
And it was originally a $19.90 book, but I made a decision that these books are something that we really wanted to give away. So the cost of the book now is a little more than we used to charge for shipping and handling of the book when we first introduced it just a couple of years ago. It's because information is something I'd like to provide as inexpensively as possible. So these are premium printed, premium made, but and if you find one recipe in there, and they're all designed to be affordable too.
And by the way, they're yummy. Like, I'll give you an example. Just note to my crew, save the asparagus soup for me. I'm not even kidding.
Oh, I have it every day.
That's Andrew's favorite.
But you know what's so wild? I actually, because I went back and reread the ingredients, I would swear it was loaded with like cups and cups of cream, you know.
I used to say that, Jerry.
Right?
I would come in and I'd say, I need to see what you put in this.
Right.
I just didn't believe it.
If I went to
He asks me every time.
Well, and here's what's crazy. Okay, this is killing me. 77 calories in a serving. If I had asparagus soup, if I went to a fine, you know, French restaurant, which this is fine dining, there's nothing diet about this, you would swear that there would be no less than 400 or 500 calories in that. It tastes that rich.
When I just flew from the West Coast to the East Coast here, in a little refrigerator bag, I brought 24 little 8-ounce bowls of asparagus soup with me. And it's so convenient, it's so easy to do, and it's something that I think once you see these cookbooks, and I don't tend to lavish praise on my products the way I do these cookbooks, but Muriel did a remarkable job making sort of the things that we'd love to eat every day, making them healthy,
Yes.
making them easy, and you could take a picture of the first page of each recipe and go shopping.
I was just reading some review of a lady who said she has a book in her car as well and a book at the office. This way she
I'm
can
gonna do that.
I know she can share the recipe with the co-workers at home, or in the car she can just look at the picture. She
Yeah.
knows exactly what ingredients she wants to buy at the supermarket. So that's extremely convenient. And you know, people love those recipes because, just like you said,
Right.
you know, they're so easy to follow.
They
Look
are.
at this step-by-step recipes. The pictures
I know.
are beautiful
What is
and
that
easy.
peanut sauce there? That is
Oh, I haven't tried that
ridiculous.
one.
That's with like the Chinese chicken salad. It's very, very good.
that sauce is. We need to bottle that.
Is that an everyday eating?
Absolutely.
I want to
Yeah.
take that
That's-
with me
okay, that's
everywhere.
That's
Everyday
in
eating?
everyday eating. That
Okay.
book
I
is
haven't had that for a
unbelievable.
while.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
took all the recipes that people love in restaurant or like basic recipe, and I tried to make them in a simpler, easier way.
The
and
Chinese
healthier.
chicken salad, that was.
Lord.
Wolf has had, Wolfgang Puck has made this incredible Chinese chicken salad that I've had for probably 30 years.
Don't look up the
So-
nutrition content or the calories.
But so that's
Which is,
Muriel.
right,
That's
a
Muriel
little-
saying, okay, we're not sitting down at a wonderful restaurant with a wonderful
Which is
meal.
lovely,
This
however.
is something we want to do at home and have it be affordable, have it be low in calories and nutritious. And she always succeeds, and to the point where, not that I don't trust her, I'm saying, I need to see exactly what you put in there. And because I can't believe that when I eat it, it is as healthy as she just told me it was.
For sure. I need to start following you on Instagram.
Absolutely. My Instagram is Eating Well with Muriel. Please follow me. That would be amazing. And I am working on a new cookbook. It's called Colorful Cuisine. It's going to be all the colors of the rainbow. And it's going to be a very fun cookbook with quite a bit of recipes and a cookbook with step-by-step
And
pictures.
here's and by the way, what we see there, they have the soup and veggie cookbooks, which are where we started with the
Right.
soup and veggie cookbooks. The soups, the chili is incredible. And me,
Chili's
especially
great.
now, even with the asparagus soup, we're leaving the chicken out of the asparagus soup now, and the chili, doing it without the turkey.
Oh, yeah.
Because I've been eating a little bit. I just had the little turkey burger here, and I had the turkey meatballs. But I'm starting to eat a bit more vegetarian than I did before. But all of these recipes are flexible, as Muriel says. You can make it work for you. Again, the most important thing is the cookbooks are designed to be downright cheap, inexpensive to buy, but to be unlike any other cookbook in that they give you full nutrition facts, easy to follow instructions, beautiful pictures. And our diet is sort of the keys to the kingdom. Depending on whose advice you're listening to when you go out online and do some research, experts will say that 50 to 80% of the health issues we see in life as we move through life is related to our diet. So it really is incumbent upon us to focus on our diet. Yes, I make supplements, but supplements take a distant backseat in importance to our diet.
Absolutely, and you make it fun too. Marie, she really does. You make it fun and easy
Yeah.
for everybody to follow as well.
Yeah, very easy. The soup cookbook is, I think, still everyone's favorite.
Yeah.
And like Andrew said, it's very versatile. You can change the recipe to interchange the vegetable or something like this. And really good. We put them in a 1 little cup serving, so you know exactly.
Those little glass bowls, we just kind of stack them in the fridge.
Your calories and the nutrition content. So that was Andrew's idea.
And also for decades, I'd been asked, how do I eat? Can I do a cookbook? But until Muriel came along, I wasn't able. I knew how I tried to eat at home, but she took all the things I commonly eat at home and documented it and made it healthy, made it easy. And so now I eat even healthier because it's so easy to make these recipes. I can make the recipes, and if I can make them, anyone can make them.
It's true. I never want to leave, and they're making me leave you.
Oh,
I know.
well, so nice to be here. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm going to follow you on Instagram.
Yes.
Okay. And speaking of leaving, leave the soup for me.
Okay.
Yeah, if everybody noticed, I had the turkey meatballs. That
I want
sits
to
so
try that Thai
incredible.
peanut thing
See.
too.
T'as
Here,
jamais eu cette sauce,
here,
toi?
just
All right.
want to take a
Okay.
little taste?
Yeah, I want to take a little taste. Okay.
À tout à l'heure.
Oh,
tout à l'heure.
that is good.
That's As we'd say in France, c'est incroyable. It's incredible.
It is incredible. Poor Rick. He's like Shannon Smith. Anytime there's food involved, it's just like, you know, tearing you away. All right. Well, we are honored, of course, to have Muriel Andrew Lessman, our man and our star of the day, and highlighted by something that you and I wait for. This is something he does once a year and once a year only. When Andrew first started talking about this on the air here at HSN, we spoke primarily and almost exclusively about cardiovascular benefits. And maybe that's why your physician or doctor or someone has told you should be taking omega-3s. First and foremost, this is not like any omega-3 product you've seen anywhere else in the world. But what's really fun for us now is my doctor told me specifically, I take this twice a day, that I should be doing this for my mood, for my brain, in addition to the fact that I feel like it makes me look good, in addition to making me feel good. And then we talk about brain health and eye health. And of course, Andrew's gonna get into all the key differentials and how it's so markedly different from anything else in anywhere else in the world at any price. But speaking of that, since there's only one more show to grab this, let me just take you on a tour of your sizes. And most of you, as you probably already suspect, are doing the 750 count size. Now, remember, my mouth is still watering from that peanut sauce, by the way. It was a little hard to talk, right? No. So it really is, I'm not kidding. The 750 count is something that Andrew is doing for today and today only. That's what most of us are doing. I guess it was 3 to 1 that people are getting the 750 count size.
Yes.
So certainly you're welcome, 30, 90, 180, 360, or 750. But part of the reason that we're all doing the 750 is whether you're sharing it with a spouse, sharing it with a friend, or I take it twice a day, as my doctor indicated I should. Here's where our pricing is going to go, and here's what's interesting. After the stroke of midnight, for less than half the number of capsules, it's $20 more than you'll spend for the 750 today. No. That's a really unbelievable buy, Andrew.
But that's the goal with our Today specials. We do them once a year, and we schedule them. I think we've done omega-3 as a Today special every April for every bit of 20 years.
Yep.
So we tend to do omega-3s, and then next weekend we're just here again for 6 hours, and we'll be doing the Ultimate Eye. So we tend to do it on a regular basis, Choco Nuvo, the last couple of years, this time of year before we leave for summer. And it's a monthly special. So we try to schedule things. And for those of you taking 2 capsules a day, perfect timing, those 750 last 375 days, it takes you well into next year. For those of you taking 1 capsule a day, it lasts you 2 years. Or if you're sharing it, each person taking 1 capsule, it lasts for a year. So we really try to have it make sense. You could get the smaller size, not as much savings. And by the way, no problem at all having this product stick around for a couple of years. Just store it in a cabinet, don't expose it to extreme heat, and the product's going to be fine. You do not need to refrigerate it. Those soft gel capsules, the fatty acids they contain are stable. So what I was going to do is read, we've gone through some charts talking about, or charts I was reading about, sort of how our brain functions, memory, concentration, emotional balance, talking about dry eyes and things like that, talking about cardiovascular benefits and cardiovascular health. This talks about just eye health, because as much as I was saying before, that it really goes without saying that omega-3s are really kind of defining of our brain, because they represent over 2/3 of the structure of our brain. The last thing we want is our body struggling to get the omega-3s it needs when we know that our brain is 2/3 omega-3s, 2/3 DHA. But that is the exact American diet, that we just don't get the omega-3s that we require, unfortunately. But now we go to our eyes, which is highly concentrated as our omega-3s are in our brain. It's even higher in our eyes. And it's DHA. It's all DHA. So this is progress in retinal and eye research. Highest body concentrations of DHA per unit weight are found in phospholipids of retinal photoreceptors. So again, remembering the brain is about 2/3 DHA, and the eye has even higher levels of DHA than the brain. DHA is the major fatty acid in structural lipids of retinal photoreceptors. That is how we create visual images in our eyes. DHA is efficiently incorporated and selectively retained, and not just selectively retained, but selectively concentrated in the photoreceptors of our eyes. current opinion in ophthalmology. And I try to select all sorts of journals, like from all over the place, so you get a sense of just how consistent and reliable these statements are. Deficiencies of DHA have been implicated in age-related changes in the eye, and long-chain omega-3 fatty acids may also help to protect against oxidative and age-related changes in the retina. A deficiency of DHA might therefore impair retinal function. You know, we're constantly battling against age-related changes in our body, whether it's in our brain, in our eyes, and omega-3 fatty acids are critical structural components in our eyes and our brain. So it's no wonder that they're not just implicated in, that they're central to changes that come with age. Several epidemiologic studies, that means large population studies looking at behaviors and what we do, have suggested an inverse relationship between dietary omega-3 long-chain polyunsaturated fatty acid or fish intake and age-related eye health. What people often ask me, what does inverse relationship mean? What does direct relationship mean? And what an inverse relationship is? An inverse relationship, simply stated, is, here's a simple one. An inverse relationship would be body weight to longevity. So as our body weight goes up, unfortunately, our longevity goes down. And what would a direct relationship be? As our body weight goes up, average, our blood pressure goes up or our blood sugar level goes up. So that's a direct relationship. Where two things go up at the same time or go down at the same time, that's a direct relationship. When two things go in opposite directions, that's an inverse relationship. So in other words, what they're saying here is as omega-3 levels go up, eye health goes up. But what they're saying is omega-3 levels go down. It's an inverse relationship, fish intake and the observance of eye health problems. Several epidemiological studies have suggested an inverse relationship between dietary omega-3 long-chain polyunsaturated fatty acid or fish intake and age-related eye health.
So Bugs Bunny was wrong.
Well,
don't eat the carrots.
So the funny thing is about carrots, that's actually a really good point to raise. Carrots are rich in beta-carotene. Beta-carotene is a precursor to vitamin A.
Right.
And it's sort of like old science. When we're building eye tissue, developing eye tissue, vitamin A is very relevant in the context of our developing eyes. But in terms of the aging eye, beta-carotene, carotenoids like that are not critical. The guy who really had the healthy eyes, not Bugs Bunny. You know who had the healthy eyes?
No. Elma?
No.
Oh.
As we're talking about, and frankly,
Sorry.
I always thought he was an exceptional actor. Okay. Popeye.
Yes.
And why does Popeye have exceptionally healthy eyes?
The spinach?
Exactly. What is spinach rich in? Lutein and zeaxanthin. So we now know the protective carotenoids lutein and zeaxanthin are critical to the macular region. Why are you looking at me like that?
Okay, you know, I derailed the train. I freely admit it. I took the train right off the rails. I apologize.
But we're talking about Bugs Bunny and Popeye like they're real people.
Right.
So, next thing we'll invite
very
Fred
quiet.
Fred Flintstone. That was very good.
Exactly. Thank you.
I am what I am.
I am what I am.
So, but we'll continue with these scientific charts so we don't deteriorate any further here. So, but again, as we were saying there, when it comes to eye health, there's a direct relationship between omega-3 fatty acid intake and eye health. There's an inverse relationship between omega-3 intake and eye problems.
Well,
that's what they've observed in population studies.
I'm curious to see, have they mentioned the dry eye thing too?
That was the other charts I read last night. But that talked about a number of studies and meta-analyses, large views of several studies, that a reduction in dry eye among people who get adequate levels of omega-3 fatty acids from their diet or from supplementation.
Nice.
Yeah. So,
I mean, it's really exciting. And we digress. I mean, part of it is, obviously, you can tell, we all love Andrew. We've all been friends for over 20 years. But I think the big thing for me is he brings that science to life. And he walks the walk. talk. He talks the talk. He's an American success story. There are so many things to feel good about this for, but when we first started talking about omegas, we were talking about heart health. And isn't it nice that we're talking about brain benefits and benefits to your eyes and benefits to your skin and to your nails and to your mood? And one of the points that I was quizzing Andrew about last hour was these are essential. These are essential to living a good life and good health.
To think that your brain being 60, 65% DHA, the omega-3 we focus on, the omega-3 that other omega-3 products do not focus on, they focus on EPA. DHA in your body can be used to make EPA. EPA is not well utilized to make DHA. DHA really needs to be the principal ingredient in a supplement. But when you think about the fact that, and I have charts here, I read some of them earlier, that depending on whoever's doing the analysis of our diet, the way we eat, that 80, 90, 95% of us aren't getting adequate amounts of omega-3 fats. So if you look at that as a basic statement about the deficiency, the absolute deficiency of omega-3s in our diet, but you also consider that about 2/3 of the dry weight of our brain is DHA, and that should be alarming. And when you think about that, as concentrated as it is in our brain, it's even more concentrated in the photoreceptors, in the working components of our eyes. And so when you think about that, to me, it's sort of no wonder that as we get older, we struggle in these areas. And again, I have charts that talks about the neurological changes that we define as normal in the aging brain, in our aging population. Maybe they're normal simply for a population that doesn't get the levels of omega-3 that we used to always get before. This is a relatively recent phenomenon from our industrialized diet. If you go to Japan, if you go to the Mediterranean region, not surprisingly, if you look at large population studies, you see healthier brains, healthier eyes. And I attribute it to things that they do differently in terms of what I get just talking about with Muriel's books, diet.
True.
You go to those regions and fish is more of a staple of their diets. You go to those regions, green leafy vegetables, more of a staple of their diets. So to the extent we could change our diet, I've always said that if we could eat perfectly, gosh, you don't need dietary supplements. Because what is a dietary supplement? It's something that supplements our diet. If I was standing on TV in Japan doing this, well, no one would understand me speaking English, but they wouldn't need to hear me talk about fish oil. Because if you look at the average Japanese diet, they're more diligent about consuming fish than we are diligent about consuming beef and chicken. And they get the benefits of that traditional diet. It's not like 200 or 300 years ago or thousands of years ago when we developed our traditions that they knew the benefits. It just is the traditional diet. When we all grew up eating what we eat here in America, our parents didn't think they were doing anything adverse to us. We just didn't know what we know now. So now that hopefully informs the decisions we make. So we either modify our diets a bit to incorporate more fish and a little bit less beef and chicken, or we simply intelligently supplement. And there's no more intelligent and better made supplement than the one I'm talking about today. But even if you don't want to try mine, you could find something at a store, and even as deficient as they might be in how they went about making that product, it will be better than nothing, because we're not getting the omega-3s. So that's the nothing. So even a poorly made supplement will be better than nothing.
Yeah, but they aren't going to tell you, oh, by the way, it's going to make your stomach hurt. I mean,
or have a fishy aftertaste or things.
Aftertaste. Andrew's product even looks different. I mean, obviously, it's made much differently. No contaminants. You don't have to worry about mercury. It even physically looks different than the other omega-3s you've probably taken or seen in stores before.
Yeah, I mean, if you just look at the capsule here versus the others, those other capsules contain less omega-3s. They contain a lot more fish oil,
right,
but it's not as concentrated as ours, not as mild as ours, but our capsule is just a little over half their size.
Right.
So ours is not a little bit smaller, it's a lot smaller.
And
as Jenna was mentioning, as I reach here.
I know, look at how pretty they are. Andrew, you were telling me too that the essential is actually, the maximum is actually even a little bit smaller than your original size?
When we did our original omega-3 capsule, it it was called essential omega-3.
Right.
It contained 250 milligrams, half the potency of today's products. Today, the maximum essential omega-3 is more than double the potency.
Wow.
And it's about 60% the size.
That is incredible. I don't know how you did it.
But that's 30 years of committed work.
True.
So we have continued to improve the quality of the product, improve its potency, make it not more mild, make it absolutely, completely, and totally mild, so it will cause no problems to anyone. And it's a better quality source of omega-3s than ever before. Now, our omega-3s are environmentally harvested, so they're certified independently as being environmentally harvested, because think about all the billions of omega-3 capsules, or tens of billions, that are consumed worldwide. That's a lot of fish oil. You want to be sure that those fish oil capsules are coming from a responsible source and not damaging the fisheries out in the world that we rely on, and that our planet relies on.
Absolutely, and this might be a poor analogy, but it's all I've got at this moment. I actually will have more repeating and stomach upset from eating salmon, from eating, again, a natural dietary product, than I will taking Andrew's omega product. When now again, that's my individual result, but I use that analogy because if I'm eating salmon, that's an ice cream night, because I know I'll be tasting the salmon all night. Right. At least I use that as my guide. But there's absolutely zero after, there's nothing with this.
This is problem-free, trouble-free. We talked about fish before. Fish is one of those things, I often say that about berries at the house.
Yeah.
You get it to your house, and if you don't eat it quick enough, it's going to go bad. And sometimes you have a piece of fish, and it's the most perfect piece of salmon or tuna or halibut or sea bass, whatever it might be, that you've ever had. And then you get it at the same store, and the next time you get it, it's just as expensive, but it just doesn't taste the same or taste right. So fish can be a little unreliable, and as much as we'd like to know where everything comes from, I'm not sure if when it says it's wild, it always is wild. So there's a lot of questions with fish in terms of purity, in terms of farm raised, so there's lots of challenges associated with being an informed consumer when it comes to eating fish. What I always say is, even with all those questions in mind, eating fish is still a better decision than the other sources of animal protein in terms of our omega-3 intake, because those other sources of animal protein are not going to contain these vital omega-3s. So we still want to try to do those exchanges and those substitutions. We still want to be informed about the issues that pertain to the fish we consume. So it's not something we should blindly go forward and just eat fish with abandon, but frankly, the benefits of adding fish to our diet are so significant that we can be a little bit more comfortable than we might be with chicken or red meat. So, but again, in terms of being sure we get our omega-3s, this simple capsule comes with no risk. I was the guy who for 30 years has been talking about omega-3 fish oils need to be carefully monitored for contaminants, for heavy metals and other contaminants. We've done that since day one. We always do that. I got flack for talking about that, but it was validated in the literature. So we have always made sure that when you get our fish oils, you get the most unique natural triglyceride product that's not giving you ethyl esters, that's not giving you other contaminants, that's not giving you a stomach upset, a huge capsule that's impossible to swallow. So you're getting a product that's all about benefit. That's the only reason to take this, is the benefits you receive, and no problems whatsoever. We succeeded in a product that is, the reviews only get better over the years. It's a product with not 21 reviews, but 2,100 five-star reviews that represent, I think the 5- and 4-star reviews represent almost 90% of the reviews, or over 90% of the reviews.
They do, and actually one of the things that Andrew just keyed into that I don't think we'll have time to delve in too much, because this is an abbreviated airing and Andrew has only one more show coming up tonight, was you get the benefits, you get the bang for your buck. Now, certainly you might go to your health food store armed with the same kind of information that Andrew is providing, but there's absolutely no guarantee that that other purveyor is following God's blueprint. And I'll leave it at that, because I think there are a lot of us out there who have spent our money elsewhere, Sometimes we're penny wise and pound foolish. I'll just put it to you that way. And then you say, oh, I tried omega-3s. They just didn't do anything for me. You were taking the wrong omega-3s. I'll just tell you that right now. Because Andrew could stand for hours on end either reading just the reviews or from scientific journals. You have to be taking the right one to get the benefits that we seek. And boy, oh boy, if there was ever a day or a time to do that, of course, there's only one more show to grab it. Most of us are doing that 750 cap size, which my producer Rick just said too, overwhelmingly 3-to-1 people are selecting that 750 count size. And remember, in addition to the pricing going away, after the stroke of midnight, you will be spending almost $200 more for the 750 count. But remember, the 750 is only when it's here as a today's special, once a year. Now for me, that's probably, you said a 2 years supply?
Yeah, and at 1 capsule a day.
At 1 capsule a day?
It's a 2-year supply.
Yeah.
At 2 capsules a day, it's a 1-year supply, and we're able to do it incredibly affordably. That's a monster size number of capsules, 750.
That is.
When you look at the typical potency of an over-the-counter product, that's like getting more like 11 or 1,200 capsules of their product.
Right.
So it's really about a dime a capsule for a product that bears no relationship to what theirs. Theirs are typically ethyl esters, not the natural form, not as bioavailable, not as bioactive. There's also, when you use an ethyl ester, it liberates trace amounts of alcohol in your body. Ours is the natural triglyceride form. Also, our balance favors the most important. Your body concentrates DHA above all in your brain, above all in your heart, above all in your eyes. We focus on DHA in our product. 99% of the products in the market focus on EPA. That's the standard. Unfortunately, they don't even follow Mother Nature's blueprint, which you were just talking about before. That God-given blueprint is what we all try to follow in terms of our supplements. But I had some reviews here I just wanted to read. We didn't read any reviews here, just a few. And these, they're sort of random. I just grabbed them from a stack of about 1,000 we have here. It says, good. I do like this product. My eye doctor told me to start using these. I had my blood tested and my lipids had improved. I will continue taking them. Omega-3, the capsules are the right size for swallowing. The over-the-counter ones are way too big for me, and ours contain more omega-3s than the big ones. I've been using this product for several years, and I'm quite pleased with it, from Cleo in Arizona. Daily must. My doctor told me to keep taking these. He said they were really helping me and that my blood is doing much better since I began taking them. Keep up the good work, Andrew, from an avid fan of your products. Thank you, Garnet in Colorado. Omega-3. In my last lab report findings, my doctor said to be sure to keep up with the omega-3. My lab work had improved. I will stay on with this one. And you'll see hundreds, if not thousands, of reviews that talk about that.
For sure.
Amazingly positive results. This was my second order. I ran out once, and I will never let it happen again. I benefit in several ways from these. My skin is dry, especially in the winter months, but as long as I take my essential omega-3s, you'd never know. Without it, my skin feels dry and irritated, and when I take it, my skin not only feels so much better, but it also looks so much more luminous. The other huge benefit is I no longer have dry eyes, which we read some of the research about that earlier. Wow, what a huge difference there. What a huge difference there. There are other benefits, but I'm out of space.
That's cute.
Clear head. Maybe it is my imagination, but my brain seems to be a little clearer, and I seem to be able to remember a lot more. I can get them for less elsewhere, but I didn't feel as good with my old ones as I do with these. So thanks, Andrew. Also, love the free shipping and handling. Excellent. I love this product. All 3 of my family members take this. Our doctor told us to take an omega-3 with higher DHA, which is what we do. Yep. And this one has it. Plus, there is no burping up, and it's easy to take smooth capsules. Maximum Essential Omega-3 Orange, I really believe these omega-3 capsules are the best out there. I think they are high quality, and there really is no fishy aftertaste or burps. I take them because my eye doctor recommended omega-3 for eye health.
Interesting.
Never a fishy taste, even after getting sick. I've been taking 2 of your essential omega-3 gel capsules at bedtime for about 1 year now. My doctor is thrilled with all of my lipid levels. There is no fishy taste, even when I came down with the flu during the night and vomited. Ooh. No fishy taste at all. Sort of an interesting testimonial, but good validation
Well,
from
hey,
Chris.
if you've got an upset tummy and that's not augmenting it, you know.
But, or basically, I think what they were saying is when their food left them because they had the flu.
Oh, that's true. Oh, you're right.
There was absolutely no fishy aftertaste.
Yeah.
But that's the secret to this product, that
yes.
it literally neutralizes the fishy aftertaste.
It's true.
So, terrific product. I've been purchasing this product for some time now and won't be without it. My doctor is so amazed about the benefits from this product. It has helped my joints also. I've started my daughter in Minnesota on this too. Thanks for one terrific product from Fran and Nevada. And just in those 6 or 7 charts, we talked about, I guess, the skin, the eyes, sort of blood lipid levels, all the different ranging benefits, the brain that omega-3s can provide, and all the different structures of our body, that they're just an incredibly central component. Our brain, again, is about 2/3 DHA. DHA is the omega-3 that we uniquely focus on.
So I know we want to get to our other today's special. Remember, Andrew has only one more show coming up tonight. Remember, all you do, because it's a one-shot deal, and there's only one more chance to grab it tonight, you choose your size of choice, and I would do it pronto. I mean, I really would, because on that 750 count size, more than 3 to 1. That's the one I'm getting because I take it twice a day. That's what my doctor recommended I do. And I'm saving myself $200. I just am. So after today, remember, you'll spend less money. You'll spend more money to buy the 360 count. It's $20 more to buy the 360 count after today than it is to more than double your capsule size. All right, we've got time, and I apologize. I know. Oh, yes. I know.
We spent a lot of time on the cookbook, so we didn't have enough time because we only have at 9 p.m.
I know.
That's it. We have one more airing
Yeah.
of both the omega-3 and the vitamin K2, MK7, and we just have a couple of minutes now to talk about so my apologies, there'll be a clock coming up quickly.
Yes.
So we'll spend a little bit of time at 9 p.m. talking about both omega-3 and vitamin K2, MK7, both of which the quantity is getting lower. Just in a nutshell on vitamin K2, MK7, before Shannon talks about the savings, this is a vitamin. I used to always talk about vitamin D as sort of being the Rodney Dangerfield of vitamins, that vitamin C was getting all the press and vitamin E was getting all the press, and even B12. And we're talking now about 30 years ago. This is back when everyone knew who Rodney Dangerfield was. He's the comedian who, what did he grab his hand and go, I just don't get any respect.
Yes, exactly.
So I said that about vitamin D, but now finally, vitamin D gets its respect. Your doctor should be telling you what your vitamin D level is. It's a critical number to know in terms of our long-term health and well-being. And vitamin K2 has sort of taken on that mantle of not getting the respect. Unfortunately, vitamin K1 and K2, I think they're easily confused. So we assume that vitamin K2 is just another version of the blood clotting vitamin K1. Nothing could be further from the truth. Vitamin K2 plays a critical role in how we manage something that we have a large reservoir of calcium in our body. In fact, all our cells have calcium in them. The bulk of our calcium is preserved in a reservoir we call our bones. So it plays a role in the strength and integrity of our bones, but it also plays a role as the reservoir of calcium for the rest of our body. But we want that calcium to remain in the reservoir. We don't want it to go in tissues that it isn't playing a principal role in. We don't want it to be calcifying our arteries. We don't want it to be calcifying in, say, our flexible tissues of our joints. So we want that calcium to stay where it's supposed to stay. And of course, the bone is very dynamic tissue. Some people think of our bones as being sort of this dead, fixed tissue. Our bone is actually very dynamic tissue. It's constantly getting remodeled. So we need to make sure that part of that system is keeping the calcium where it's supposed to be and not having it infiltrate where it ought not be. In the arteries, say, where it would calcification could cause a loss of really resiliency and flexibility of our arteries, and our cardiovascular health is really dependent on the flexibility and resiliency of our arteries. And vitamin K2, MK7 is really that traffic cop that determines and that makes sure that calcium stays where it's supposed to stay and doesn't end up where it's not supposed to end up.
And if you are not taking calcium, you still need it. So even if
if you're not taking calcium, you still have an enormous reserve of calcium in your body that's constantly being recirculated. You still are consuming calcium in the food you eat. So even if you're not supplementing calcium, vitamin K2, MK7 is still a critical part of the healthy sort of management and administration of calcium within our body.
It's brilliant. I don't know about you, but I'm excited. So I know we're out of time with this show. Just pick your size of choice. Where did the time go? Goodness gracious. 30, 60, 180, 360, and 720. Andrew, I think you're probably going to double check. We actually had a bigger response in this show for the today's special too. I mean,
no, we are down to just a few hundred bottles in each size. So, but I don't think, I'll let everyone know if they need to be concerned, but I don't believe you have to.
I'm getting mine. I'll just put it to you that way.
I'm pretty sure we have more than enough capsules to start the 9 o'clock hour, so don't worry. You have plenty of time. And what I encourage with vitamin K2, MK7, do some research online.
Sure.
Type in vitamin K2, MK7. You'll see lots of folks out there, medical experts. You'll find scientific studies that you could always skip to the end of the abstract, which is summary of the study. And in most cases, we can all understand the conclusions, where it's just going to say that bone health was improved with this, or it's going to say cardiovascular or arterial flexibility was improved with that. We can understand. So it's an opportunity to use the internet in a way that's beneficial and helpful in terms of our well-being.
See, it's more than just buying shoes.
Shoes.
So
I always wonder about buying shoes because it's always hard to find the right size.
I know. Well, you're awesome. It's so fun to see you today, Andrew.
Always the quickest 2 hours of my life.
Right?
It's the opposite of school. School used to be, the clock was going backwards, it seems.
Exactly. So you were coming back at 9 o'clock with
9
Colleen.
p.m. And then we're done till next week.
Absolutely. So do keep calling. Hey, I'm going to fill up my shopping cart. You know, keep shopping all afternoon. That's what I'll do. I'll see you in a couple of days. And Andrew and Colleen at 9.